Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add a main.py file. And if you have been using separate packages for each of your layers, like I have been, then every time you import a file, you're importing it from a subdirectory. So for example, I import playlist from the logic package, which corresponds to the logic subfolder. And I made that optional, and I'm going to continue to keep it optional. But if you are using this package structure for the next bit that we're going to do, I'm going to ask everybody to create a main.py file and put it in their root folder. And basically what you're going to do is make new Python file main, and it's not going to hold a class, so it's going to be all lowercase. And then the code that goes in here is going to be basically the code at the bottom of the web UI file. So we have if name is main then we initialize our web UI and then call the run method. Now this part here, what this basically means is if you run a script from the top level, then the package name is going to be main and that's just hard coded as a special thing to let the script know that it's running as a top level script. But if you import a module, the name of the module that it gets imported into is going to be the same thing as the from location. So from this particular file in a directory, you're going to import the contents of that into a module named this. So if you import web UI separately, it imports into a different module than if you run web UI at top level. And that will cause a problem for this next bit. And so in order to avoid that problem, I'm going to ask you to create the main file. And then I'll talk about that in more detail in the optional video that comes next. But for now, for everybody, just go to your main file, paste that in at the bottom. And then since you're referring to web UI, you're going to have to import it. And for me, my main is at the top level and my web UI is inside the UI folder. So from UI.webui, import web UI. So if you've done all of that correctly, you should be able to just run main. And actually, I have two web servers running on this thing right now, so let me stop both of them. It will let you do that, but it won't actually open the port, so I want to make sure it actually works. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and hit reload, and that seems to work. So I'm going to go to top level, print a list of all the videos, and print the list of all the playlists, and Peter Gabriel. Okay, so everything is working correctly, and that's the required part.